This is gonna be a different video. I'm gonna make this video because if you're into this type of shit, if you're into the music and you're starting out, or I don't know, this is a review of Koala Sampler, essentially. First off, if you don't make music but you want to make music, I highly recommend that you stop this video immediately. If you're watching this video on your phone, stop it immediately. Go to the App Store, buy Koala Sampler. The best investment you can make. If you're into making sample-based music, Koala Sampler is one-stop shop. It is the greatest tool I have at my disposal. I come from a Fruity Loops background. Fruity Loops probably has more features. Nothing is anywhere near as intuitive, as portable, as accessible. It is quite frankly the best device that I own to make music. Is any kind of fucking Android phone or Android device. You can have an Apple device, but I'm poor, so I use Droids. You have this device, it's on you 24/7. Anytime you get 5, 3, 8, 12, handful of minutes, you can pull the thing out and you can literally start making music wherever you are. It is a godsend. It's one of the best things in my life is having Koala Sampler, point blank period. Just having the type of access to be able to make music at any fucking point, anywhere in the world. You have access to it. It fits in your hand. I'm from the Game Boy generation of kids who grew up playing handheld video games. So anything that is in that form factor there's like some kind of familiarity to it that makes you feel comfortable. And you just experiment and you try all these things. It has a resample function. Let me repeat that. It can resample. It has I don't know how many voices, but the shit does not, like, there's sometimes shit will drop it, it'll cut out, but if that happens, you can just fucking resample. Resample to just lower the amount of fucking voices you have playing at the same time. It's insane. It's insane to think that this thing exists today. I was a huge supporter of Caustic. I thought Caustic was the sickest shit in the world. I have a phone that doesn't have actually I think 2 devices that have Caustic on it because you can't get Caustic anymore. It's no longer available. But some of the dopest beats. I don't know. I have 2 beats that are just insanely. I fucking have no idea how I made them. I made them in Caustic. In terms of someone who doesn't come from a actual music theory background or plays an instrument, I made these beats and they are fucking solid in Caustic. So I love the whole portable, hey, whatever. The limitation breeds creativity type thing. It's like inherited from us. It's inherited from the generations before us who had to be creative with how they did things in order to make things work. Like you hear stories of DJ Muggs using 4 SP1200s because of the limited sample time in order to make one fucking beat. You hear stories of people speeding up a sample in order to save sample time to slow it down. The feature set, while being very comprehensive, is limited to a certain extent. But for the price point for like the $20 to unlock everything, this is what you get. You get 4 banks of 16 pads. You get 6 different fucking choke groups. 6 different choke groups. You get 4 bus sends and 1 master send. So you get 4 different mixes, mix channels or mix chains, and then a master chain. You get like over 20 effects. There's like 3 different effects, areas on the app. You have like effects right next to where you would choose your mic or resample method. You have these effects. If you press your finger on it and hold it, you can slide it up or down to increase or decrease the amount of said effect. And it's like only 6 in that area, or there might be more. I think it's about 6. Then you have effects that you can do, like performance effects that you could use in addition to the previously listed effects. You have vibrato. You have it's like a vibroflange. You have what is it? A cutter. That's the virtually the vibrato. You have a high pass, low pass. You have a super fucking mean compressor, man. The compressor on this thing is sick, bro. It's like if I had to put it in territory of compressors, I would say it's not like an OTT type compressor. It's more like a 202, 303 type compressor that they were aiming for, and they achieved a very it's its own. It's not exactly like those compressors, but it's its own compressor. The compressor is sick, man. It is fucking sick. It has a distortion they call dirty. That's pretty effective. I like it. That's really good on bass tones. It has other effects in the performance effects area, and it has vanilla, and I think it's like vanilla and chocolate or some shit, vanilla and strawberry, and you could jump from 1 to 1. It has a hold feature, so if you want to have certain effects, the wet of certain effects set at certain values, you can press the hold button in order to keep them locked in there, so you can do multiple different effects. Wow, I use that primarily when resampling. And then you have the fucking effects bus, and in the effects bus you have different versions of set effects. You have auto pan, you have reverb, you have a stereoizer. I don't like the stereoizer. That's my only complaint, is that they should have other options for stereo imaging. I think it would be very beneficial, especially in sound design. If we could do other things with stereo imaging, for some reason I just don't like the fucking stereoizer. I don't like it. It's okay. I use it. As soon as you use it, the sound gets weak. I don't get what that is, and you have to figure out ways to compensate for the sound getting weak. I understand that there's a like a high pass filter right underneath the amount that you want to stereo widen the sound. But and you can turn that down, but still, I don't know, it makes everything sound weak for some reason. It just might be my perception. I've tried different headphones, but I don't like it. I still use it to a certain degree. I'll use that by running multiple samples, but like pretty much like it would be the equivalent of parallel compression. I have 3 copies of the sample that I'm using. I'll have like one that's stereoized, maybe more or less, but one that's stereoized, and then I'll layer it with the other ones in order to make sure the width and the character of the sound is kind of intact, along with EQ on each one individually and shit. The reverb I don't really like so much. I think the reverb is super trash on it. I'll be real about that. I've never heard anyone say they like the reverb on Koala sampler, but it has a reverb. That's cool. And yeah, it has a noise gate. It has a bunch of shit. It has so many fucking effects. So you get all of that, and then you can chop. The chopping is by far the quickest way I've ever chopped samples in my life on any piece of gear that I've ever used. It's the fastest fucking way. A lot of people are big on the lazy chop method and these new things. It depends on the day, really, how I'm going to chop the sample. But on Koala, I can be so precise. I can go damn near like granular with the looping. I could adjust the playhead while playing it and resample in order to get a granular effect. You could do so much shit. It's fucking ridiculous, just because it takes the best features that were in the 404 and it condenses them into an app, and then it adds its own characteristics to it. The interface and UI is just so fucking inviting. You look at the thing and you want to make fucking beats. Like, you just see the red tone and you're just like, fuck. It just works, man. It's fucking it's stellar. It's like, it's up there with like Electron UI design. I'd say, like, on an Electron box, if you make beats at all, you could like walk up to Electron box and within like 20 minutes you're cooking. The Koala sampler is just as inviting, if not more, just because it's an app on your phone, and it's always there. But if you never made a beat in your life, you sat down with Koala sampler or watched like 20 minutes of YouTube videos, you'd be chopping samples and shit. You can sample from anything internally in your phone. You can figure that out. It's not a feature directly from Koala Sampler, but you'll figure that out immediately if you're into this type of shit. Once you figure that out, you literally have the entire internet as a sample pool, and you don't have to plug anything to your phone. There are cords and shit you can buy. I have some. You can run audio out through USB-C, which is crazy. The 404 MK2 has a USB-C compliant device. In addition to fucking running audio out through USB-C, they have it's compatible with the 404. They have the software is compatible with the 404, so you can use the 404 as a controller by plugging it into this phone for Koala. It's fucking a miracle. It's amazing. Get Koala Sampler. It's fucking great.